Dr. Tammy here. Happy Thursday to you. I had a wonderful day. Made a house call today out to Eureka Springs. It was fabulous. It was just so nice. It was out in the woods and it was just so relaxing, and I just love Eureka Springs. I thought a fun little video would be to tell you some of my cheats that will get you results really fast and that you might not know about. And so these are kind of interesting, kind of informational kind of things. So I'm going to get on maybe a little nerdy science here. But the first one is something called a fat burning trick. And there's something called brown fat. And when I was in graduate school, after college I went to graduate school, I did a research project on hibernating black bears. So what's that got to do? Who cares, right? And we checked thyroid hormone levels on these bears, and one of the unique things about these bears is because they hibernate, they have a huge amount of brown fat, and brown fat is different from white fat. And the interesting thing about brown fat is it has such a higher burn capacity. It burns off calories or energies of basically energy units like almost 100 times what the white fat burns. And so when it goes dormant, it can basically store much more too. And when we're babies, we have all the same amounts of fat cells that we're ever going to have. They turn over every few years. But when we're babies, we have a higher percentage of brown fat than white fat. So when it turns over, we end up with a little more white fat as we kind of age a little bit. But that brown fat is still there, and it's still potentially active, but it's more dormant. And people with thyroid issues have very dormant brown fat. So one way is to get your thyroid hormone levels checked and to take thyroid hormone. But how you make that brown fat work for you is to make it cold. Brrr, cold. Well, how do you make brown fat cold? Well, this is kind of interesting, and this is a little trick that you can do. The brown fat is mostly on the back of the neck and your upper back. So when you get in the shower in the morning, you finish your shower, it's nice and warm, it feels good, you do your business in there. For 30 seconds, run cold water over your back. Now that sounds absolutely horrendous probably, and you're like, oh my gosh, cold shower. Who would opt to do that? But what that does is that activates that brown fat, and it wakes it up so that it will burn more calories for you, which is really awesome. So, and there's a whole ton of science, and like I say, I did a research project on this in college, and it actually increased the thyroid hormone. So if your thyroid is sluggish, this could be a way to improve your thyroid function. And there are people like kind of gurus out there, like public speakers like Tony Robbins, and some of those top gurus the celebrity people who have these cold ice baths. They're like hot tubs. So they'll have a hot tub and they'll have a cold tub, and they'll go jump in that cold tub. Floyd Mayweather, he actually has a cryo machine, and I don't know how long he gets in it, but he gets in it for 3 minutes. I mean, it's like the top amount of time that you can tolerate it before you start getting frostbite. And so that cold really activates that brown fat. So it's just amazing. And if to be lean and ripped and that kind of thing, that's kind of the advantage, the edge that they have. So, but you have a shower, you don't need any fancy equipment, you don't need to go put a new hot tub or cold tub in your backyard. So 30 seconds, it's a long time when you're in a cold shower, but so kind of end your shower off like that. If you've been working out in the morning, that cold will probably feel good. Anyway, okay, trick number 2. You ready? Drum roll. I'm going to do abs, because I think that a lot of people have a lot of concerns about abs. In fact, I was working out with one of my friends not too long ago, and I was doing crunches, and she said, I've heard that they say crunches don't work, and crunches absolutely do work. Crunches are no fun. If you do them wrong, you can strain your neck, you can strain your back, so you have to be a little careful with crunches. But they do work. But there are 2 exercises, and I'm going to kind of make this number 2 and number 3, and I'm going to do some more cheats off and on over the next couple of weeks, because I just love these little cheats. But number 2 is something that can help strengthen your abs. And this one I actually learned from a friend of mine, Michelle Berger, Buff Mother, and it's in her book, After Baby Abs. And what she taught me was something called vacuums. So I'm going to put abs, and it's called vacuums. And if you haven't heard of vacuums, they're super cool. And these actually helped me get abs for the first time in my life. So what you do is you take in a deep breath, then you blow it out, and then when you breathe in again, you imagine sucking your belly button all the way into your spine. Suck it all the way in and hold it for 30 seconds. And I would probably do about 10 reps of these 30 seconds, at least once a day. This is a cool exercise. It's kind of like Kegel exercises, if you've heard of those, that you can do to improve the pelvic wall so that you don't have incontinence. But you can do this in your car. You can do it when you're out for a walk. And it just really helps strengthen those internal rectus abdominis muscles. And so if you want that tone, if you've got kind of that lap over, like my friend, she wrote the book After Baby Abs. So if you have that after baby kind of lap over, those vacuums are really super powerful. And there's also, I'm going to do one more ab thing, and then you guys tell me if you enjoy these little fun little cheats, because I'll tell you more. But this other one is an ab exercise that you actually have to extend the back and then come forward. So I didn't know if I could get my exercise ball in here, but I like to do those on the ball or on a weight bench. And so literally, and also Planet Fitness has a little like kind of incline thing, and you can lay back on it. So instead of like, a crunch, it's a crunch that starts back here. So you literally are, if I was sitting on the ball, literally here, and you crunch up to kind of this, straight 180. So you kind of crunch back, and it also helps that back fat too. So abs, I would say, kind of the reverse crunch, or there's probably a name for it, and I'm like not a physical trainer, but kind of that reverse ab would be kind of more of that thing. So again, I'd probably do, like maybe 20 reps of that, maybe 2 or 3 sets. But I absolutely love these. I'm going to do one more cheat. I absolutely love this exercise. My good friend Jules, who was a physical trainer that just passed away this past year, he's just such a precious man. But he taught me to use bands. So, and I wish I had them on video because I'd show you. But if you want a toned butt, it's my other little secret, you get this, the stretchy bands that are kind of in a loop, like a big circle, and you can pull them up over your thighs, and then you can do kind of the back kick. I think they call that almost like a donkey kick with that band on there, so it provides resistance, and that'll really help you get a really toned, firm butt. So these are all really summer kind of quick things that you can do, that you can incorporate to what you're already doing and maybe maximize your results. So little cheats, so just fun stuff that, I just wanted to share with you. So hope you're having a wonderful evening. I love you all very much. I do these videos every day for free. Please tell your friends. If you've stayed this long, please click the share button and show some love, and I will see you all tomorrow. Mwah!